Alright, so sorry if the audio is messed up. My sister and her friends are playing Dandy's World on Roblox. So if you hear their voices, I'm sorry. I don't even think she has AirPods anyway, so. Oh yeah. Anyway. The story takes place a few years back, around the time of my surgery. A few months later. It was Halloween and I was ecstatic. It was 2022, which was when I truly became not the modern form, like the prototype form. So I was excited to go, but I didn't have anyone to dress up as. I was originally going to dress up as Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank. I know. Mainly from the game Deadlocked, where he is. If you do not know Ratchet and Clank, it's confusing, but if you do know it, like me, it's like this suit of armor, and I thought, that looks so cool. So I decided to dress up as him, but for reasons that happened, yeah. Fair warning, this story will be pretty gross. So if you're eating something delicious, I'm super sorry, click off this video. I'm not going to show anything or describe in great detail because I have standards, alright? I'll imply it because I do not want you to throw up, alright? So, it was Halloween the day before. I went over to a friend's birthday party. It was fun. Went bowling. Went over to his house. Then decided to play Gran Turismo 5. That game is pretty good. I am playing Gran Turismo Sport. Went home. All that jazz. I was a little worried since I think it was a Monday. I don't remember. I don't know. I woke up like, ugh. It was 5:30. I was like, ugh, ugh. This is what happened. I had to, because my bedroom and my parents' bedroom is like right next to each other, so. This was what happened. Yeah, I was like, oh, and I threw up. I was like, ugh. I was wearing PlayStation pajamas. I don't know. I was like, ugh. I banged. Like, oh my goodness. I felt so bad for my sister. I was like, ugh. Brushed my teeth and sneezed. It was disgusting. I was like, ugh. Question reality. Went home. Couldn't go to school, which, good God. That saved me from a ton more self-load. That saved me from shutting my school down. Because this was a while after the 19 virus, so, like, 2 years after, yeah. And I don't think my parents wanted to deal with that. What? I was like, ugh, legit dying. Then I decided, why not? I tried to have lunch, but guess what? I farted. I started. And it wasn't the good kind. It was liquid. And it ran down my lungs. I was like, oh! I showered. You don't need to know that much. Went home. I was like, what the fuck was going on? And so, obviously, because 5th grade. And I did brush my teeth. I'd stay home and watch YouTube, and I think this was around the time when I was watching Mr. Beast, funnily enough. And I think, yeah, if I remember correctly, October 31st to November 2nd, that's when I was sick. I do remember having a nap. I was like, well, I'm gonna have a nap. Fell asleep, woke up, my mum drove me around to see other people trick-or-treating. Like, oh man, I wish you weren't sick. Not in a way to be like, you can't do this. Anyway, that's like, oh man, I wish you were out there. I was like really annoyed because come on, bro. I was 11. I had a bunch of friends to meet up with. I was just mad. I just wanted to hang out with a friend, trick or treat with my friends. I did eventually fall asleep. November 2nd, I think most of sickness. I woke up, questioned my sanity, and thought to myself, oh hell no, twin. I'm astonished at how terrible that day was. It was really funny too. I don't know why, but whenever something bad happens, I'm like, oh, no, I can make a video out of this. I'm like, oh no.
I'm trying to tell them I'm gonna kill
Then
myself, but it's not working.
I think I do know. That one. I'm trying to remember what to do. It's like
No.
like I think I started spending more time online, which which was pretty nice. I do know I fell.
I love you, Go.
Yeah.
No, why are they all
I
dying?
was like, oh mate. November 2nd, October 31st, threw up. Couldn't go. November 1st, I had freaking diarrhea as a result of that stomach bug. I was like, did not enjoy it. I did eventually I did return to school on the 3rd of November, where a big kid from year 6, I was in year 5, I think he took my copy of, I left it unattended by accident. Then he took my copy, which I was a little angry about, but I'm like, hey, never mess with big kids, alright? They're bigger than you, so you're cooked. Then eventually, for Christmas 2023, I did eventually get my own. Got those copies. Anyway, what I learned from all this, bowling alleys were disturbing, which I do remember enjoying going over to his house. And I don't think he had a PS4, I think he only had a PS3. So, yeah. Recap, threw up, got thanks to a stomach bug. If you're wondering why I don't remember that much of these stories, it's because my brain works off of memories and most of it blended together. November the 2nd, I don't remember anything about it. It was like white noise. Not in the depressed way, in like a way that's like, what did I do? I know I had lunch. Yeah. That's what happened. I think the diarrhea stopped. I was just mainly on my iPad watching YouTube and the bed, in my bed. That was insane. That is, if I have to rate out of 10, it was like a 2 at best. I do have that's really it. And I remember, no, I'm trying to cast my mind back to think, but it's like, nope, you don't have any. So yeah. Oh yeah, the teacher moved our seats around. I'm trying not to extend it out to like 9 minutes, but I'm trying to recall anything. That's all. Future plans. I am hoping to do this series called Explained by an Autistic, where I explain movies, but in a way that is, funny and like kind of the way how Pointless Hub and
Oh, no,
what
that
was
for Weasel's Eyes Only.
Pointless Hub and what was the other? Another guy, Joe Seppi, yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
That I'm hoping to do it like that. But instead of getting copyrighted, I play games from my collection that are based off the movies. So yeah. I would also love to do gaming development stories. Like, it's a brief little channel update.
I'm being a misandrist.
Like, if you are curious, I'll probably post an update on my community tab. And good news is I'm less abrasive. Like, in my earlier videos, the ones from earlier this year, I was like much more of a jerk and like, oh yeah, I know better than you. If it did sound that way, I'm sorry. If it didn't, I don't really think it.
Stop it.
If you didn't think it did, I was going through a lot the last month in February, but now I'm happier.
What's going on in the chat? Do you have translation off? I've got translation off.
Basically, channel update. Gonna start explaining my autistic gaming development stories and what. Well, I have a note full of video ideas I'm hoping to do. Yeah.
What's with the aliens?
The next story is getting scammed by Carnival, which is the story about me and my friends getting scammed by Carnival on my sister's birthday. So look forward to that next week. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Goodbye. Sorry if this was disgusting. Oh, I'm actually so stupid. It was not focused on the road. See ya and goodbye.